Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you all to today's webinar, One Person 10 Times More Productive, Working Smarter with AI. Artificial intelligence is no longer limited to technical terms, tips, or specialized roles. It is increasingly becoming part of how professional research information communicate ideas, create account and content, plan activities, and solve problems and make decisions. So, however, the real value of AI does not come simply from using a tool. It comes from understanding how to use it effectively and responsibly within our everyday work. So, today's session will move beyond the general excitement surrounding AI and focus on practical, actionable ways to improve productivity and reduce a repetitive effort and spend more time on work that requires human judgment, creativity, and collaboration. So, it is my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Sumit Chimnani. Sumit is a consultant for project and delivery at Ignatius, with experience in leading initiatives, working with diverse teams, and using modern approaches to improve the way projects are delivered. So, in today's session, he will share practical insights and real world examples of how AI can help us work with more efficiently and how to simplify things overall. And it makes how to make it better use of our time. So, Sumit, we are delighted to have you with us today. So, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Megan. Thanks for the wonderful introduction. Let me quickly share my screen.
Sure.
Okay. Is my screen visible, Megan? Can you please confirm?
Yes, yes, Sumit.
Okay. All right. So, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining. I am Sumit, working as a project manager with Ignatius. Today's session is about a very practical question. How can one professional use AI to get more work done without simply working longer hours? I will focus on everyday work, emails, documentation, research, planning, reporting, and presentations. So, this remains useful whether you are technical, non-technical, a manager, or an individual contributor. The goal is not to make AI sound magical. The goal is to show where it can remove repetitive efforts and help you focus on higher value work. Let's start with a simple question. Think about your last working week. How much time went into emails, follow ups, meeting notes, status reports, documentation, formatting, or searching for information? I guess like a lot. For most professionals, a large part of week goes into work that is necessary but repetitive. AI helps reduce that load. It is not about avoiding work, it is about using a smarter support system so your time goes into decisions, relationships, qualities, and execution. Here is the flow for today. First, we will look at why AI matters now. Then, we will shift from the old idea of productivity, doing more tasks faster, to a better idea, producing better outcomes with less wasted efforts. After that, we will walk through 7 practical work areas where AI can help immediately. I will also cover prompting because better instruction produce better results. Finally, we will close with an adoption lesson from earlier technology shifts and move into Q&A section. Okay, the AI movement. Why now? So AI has changed quickly. A few years ago, most people saw AI as something used by researchers, engineers, or large enterprises. Now it is available inside everyday tools such as ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, Claude, and many workplace platforms. The real challenge is no longer workplace platforms. The real The challenge is learning how to use it well. People who learn this early can move faster in research, documentation, planning, and communication. That is why the practical skill of using AI is becoming a professional advantage. And as a PM, I am using AI to increase my efficiency and productivity in less time. The key mindsets shift is delegation. Traditional productivity often means working faster, using better checklists, or improving time management. However, AI era productivity is different. It asks which parts of this work actually requires my judgment and which part can be drafted, summarized, structured, or checked by AI. The human remains responsible for the outcome. AI accelerates the preparations, the first draft, the analysis, or the structure. You review, refine, and decide. Now we move into the core section. I will cover 7 work areas where AI can create immediate impact. So 7 areas, 7 superpowers, 0 excuses. These are not futuristic use cases. They are things most professionals already do every week. For each area, I will explain what AI can do and give a practical example. As we go through them, think about your work and identify one area where you could test AI this week. Moving to the area one, that is communication and messaging. Communication is the easiest starting point because everyone writes messages. AI can help you draft the first version of an email, refine tone, shorten a message, make it more professional, or turn a rough point into a clear follow up. This is especially useful when the message is sensitive, such as delay, escalation, or stakeholder update. You still decide what to send. AI simply reduces the time spent starting at a blank screen and helps you compare tone options quickly. So I have seen most of the team members, including me, in terms of the client communication or a good communication with the leads. I used to spend a couple of minutes, even couple of hours. But with AI, I just describe what I want to pass on the message. I just describe the vision, and AI helped me with 2 to 3 tone variations. And the one I like it, I share it. Area two is research and analysis. So research and analysis are where AI can save hours. Instead of reading a long document from start to finish, before you know what matters, you can ask AI to summarize it, identify a risk, extract action items, compare sections, or answer specific questions. This does not remove your responsibility to verify important details. It gives you a faster way to find what deserves attention. AI helps you move from information overload to focused review. For example, you receive a 40-page vendor proposal. Instead of reading it end to end, you upload it to AI and ask, what are the top 5 risks in this proposal? And how does the pricing compare to industry benchmarks? So this is the power of AI. So moving to the area three. Area three is content creation and documentation. Documentation is one of the strongest practical use case. Many professionals capture rough notes during calls or meetings, but turning those notes into a clean documents take time. For me, before AI, I used to spend close to 30 minutes for 30 minutes meeting notes. Now AI can structure them into minutes, decisions, open structure, risk, and next steps. It can also convert notes into user stories, SOPs, requirement documents, or executive summaries. The output still needs to be reviewed, but the heavy formatting and structure effort is reduced significantly. So I would say that more than 70% of the burden on the content part is already offloaded. So this is what area three is. Your rough notes at 3 p.m. becomes a polished document at 3 2. 302. So that is the power of AI. Moving to the area 4, I will start with the example. You need a 10 slide deck for stakeholder review by tomorrow. You give AI the project brief and ask for a slide by slide outline with talking points. You then refine and customize. Total time is 30 minutes instead of 3 hours. So presentations are another area where AI helps strongly at the staging point. It can create a logical slide sequence, convert a document into deck outline, draft key message, and suggest visuals. This is useful because many people lose time deciding what to put on each and every slide. AI gives you the structure quickly. You then apply your judgment, business context, and design preferences. The value is not that AI makes a final deck automatically. The value is that it gives you a strong starting point. Moving to the area 5, which is planning and decision making. AI doesn't make the decision, it makes sure you don't miss anything before you do. Example scenario is you're scoping out a new automation project. You describe the business process to AI and ask for a phased implementation plan with milestones, risk, and resource estimates. The first draft literally take 3 minutes. So for planning, AI acts like a structured thinking partner. You can describe a goal and ask it to break the word into phases, identify risk, list dependencies, define acceptance criteria, or create a decision matrix. This is useful for project managers, business analysts, team leads, and anyone responsible for planning work. AI will not know everything about your environment, so you must correct and refine it. But it can help you pressure test your thinking before you commit to a plan. Moving to the area 6, which is data and reporting. Example scenario, you have a CSV of 5,000 customer records. You ask AI which regions had the highest churn rate last quarter and what patterns do you see. You get a summary with charts in minutes. AI is basically making data work more accessible. You are seeing that to analyze an Excel sheet or CSV sheet with more than 5,000 records, it usually will take more than 2 hours, 3 hours for someone who has good practice with Excel. But with AI, it is just the work of few minutes. So you can ask for formulas, query logic, chart suggestion, data summaries, or anomaly detection in plain English. This does not replace data skills, but it lowers the barriers to analysis. A non-technical user can explore trends, validate assumptions, and generate reporting ideas faster. The important skill is asking a precise question, checking the logics, and validating the output against the actual data. So you don't need to be a data scientist, you just need to know how to ask the right question. Moving to the last area, that is area 7, learning and skill development. Google gives you 10 million results, AI gives you one answer that fits your context. So you want to understand Azure DevOps better for a new project, you ask AI, explain DevOps board pipelines and repos to me as a project manager who is who's used Jira before. You get a contextual role specific explanation in seconds. You can get created playbook, templates, SOPs, and a lot more. So the I would say AI is also useful as a learning coach. The major difference from traditional search is context. You can ask AI to explain a topic for your role, your level, your project, and your background. So you can ask AI to quiz you, create a learning path, or simulate a different conversation. So this is one of the most important area. Moving to the next slide, which is the art of prompting, getting better results from AI. So prompting is where many people either get value or get disappointed. A vague prompt usually creates a generic answer. A clear prompt gives AI enough direction to produce something useful. That is the reason like we have new positions in the market of prompt engineer. The formula is simple. Define the role, the task, the contacts, the constraints, and the output format. For example, instead of saying write user stories, say who the AI should act as, what module you are working on, and who will read it, what format you need, and what should be included. Good prompts are not complicated, they are complete. A 2 minute prompts save 30 minutes of manual work. The ROI is insane. Okay, building your personal AI workflow. The best way to start is small and repeatable. Do not try to transform your entire workflow in one day. Rome was not built in a day. It will take time. Give some time, learn how to give the right prompt. When we talk about the weekly task, look at your week and identify tasks that are taking most time and identify a pattern or follow a pattern. Choose one, use AI to create the first draft, summary, structure, or data analysis based on those particular tasks. Save prompts that work because those become reusable templates. Over time, the habit changes from I need to do this manually to can AI create the first version so I can refine it. So that is where productivity gains become consistent and you start using AI as your personal assistant. Now, when we talk about key takeaways, let's bring this together. AI is not valuable because it sounds impressive. It is valuable when it reduces repetitive efforts and helps you produce better work faster. The biggest gains are usually not in exotic use cases, they are in the daily work that takes up your calendar, emails, notes, research, reports, plannings, and follow ups. Better prompts improve the output. Starting small makes adoptional practical use cases. And over time, the gap between people who use AI well and people who avoid it will become more visible. For me, I started my AI journey with drafting meeting notes with AI. And then I am here where I am getting created I'm using AI to create my project plans, defining the milestones. If I'm getting any documents for the review, I'm asking AI to do a critic session and ask as many questions as you can, identify anomalies, suggest something which would be more presentable. And the answers that I'm receiving from the AI, it is helping me a lot. So it is giving me like 10x of productivity in the same time I used to work before. So moving to the next slide, that is every technological revolutions follow the same pattern. So I have listed out a few examples. I will start with telegraph post in early 1910 1920s. People used to write post. Then by 1950s 1960s, telegraph came into the picture. Then based on the transformation in 1960s, early 1960s, we got the telephone invention. People who actually used telephone, who actually learned how to use telephone, they got more convenient way of communicating with their close ones or their professional contacts. And this is the transformation from telegraph to telephone. Second is manual work to computers. I can still recall in 1980s when manual work was something which was very promoted by all the companies. Computer was invented. Most of the people were like, four people job will be gone because of one computer. And in that era, who actually learned computer rather than opposing it got new professional line, new jobs, and better salary as compared to the manual work, and faster productivity. Then in 1990s, accounting software was basically on paperwork. They used to have this ledgers created on huge accounting books. Then tele software came in, and all Munsi's strike that we cannot entertain something accounting software like Tally, and it was in the picture. Those who learned it, they got more work, and it was the new normal. So other examples are like cash got converted to digital payments. I would say by 2010, official retail stores were replaced by e-commerce. E-commerce portals like Myntra, Flipkart. You are getting each and everything by applications, and right now is AI era. I would say, like, 2023 till 2023, it was something traditional pattern of the work that we were following, and now it is the AI era. If we are being very flexible, we are very adaptable, we can actually use it. So to conclude this, at first people are uncertain, then early adopters learn the new tool and gain speed, reach, or accuracy. The telephone changed communication, computer changed office work, digital payment changed customer expectations. Right now, AI is here to make you 10x, I would say 10 times more productive, even more than that. And it is the time to be more flexible and more adaptable. Don't compete with AI, learn to work with it, be curious, be adaptable, be 10x more productive. Now let's move to the Q&A discussion. Bigel, do we have any questions?
Yes, Sumit. First of all, thank you so much for such an insightful and practical session. So, we have one question.
Mhm.
So, what kind of work should we not fully trust with AI?
Okay, good question. AI should not be fully trusted for work where accuracy, compliance, confidentiality, or business risk is critical, is very high. It can help
Right.
create drafts, summaries, comparisons, and analysis, but it should not be the final authority. For example, AI can help draft a contract summary, but a legal expert should review it. AI can analyze financial data, but the finance owner should validate the number. AI can suggest project risk, but the project manager must decide what is realistic. A good rule is the higher the risk, the stronger the human review should be. Simple line to say, AI can assist with high risk work, but it should not approve high risk work. There should be always a human in loop.
Right. Right, Sumit. So, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, experiences, and practical insights with us today. And a key takeaway from this session is that AI becomes more valuable when it is incorporated thoughtfully into our daily workflows. So, I would also like to thank everyone who joined us today and actively participated in the session. I hope today's discussion has encouraged you to identify at least one activity in your daily routine where AI could help you work efficiently and effectively and safely. So, thank you once again, Sumit, and thank you to our audience. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Megan. Thank you for your time and participation, everyone. The key message I want to leave you with is simple. AI is most useful when it becomes part of your daily workflow. Start with one task, let AI draft, summarize, structure, or analyze the first version. Then use your judgment to refine it. That approach can save time, improve quality, and help you focus on work that matters most. Thank you, and I'm happy to continue the conversation
Okay.
personally
Uh,
on LinkedIn. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.